Enjoy this free preview from MyOutdoorTV. With the largest library of outdoor shows, we're the home of the adventurous, the champions, the legends. MyOutdoorTV. Try us free.
Casualty, where it went through the bag.
Thinking we're ready. Feels better in the shade that it's going to feel this afternoon. Holy cow. Pretty dang cool right there.
Once you go to the very top right corner, not even the dot, very top right corner of the target.
Okay.
That hit the top right corner.
I heard it hit.
It went through.
I think in the 3 years we've been here, it's not been this warm. So we're definitely going to be a little toasty.
Casualty,
You find it, amigo?
where it went through the bag. It tore at the reef ledge. Be all right. Right below. That's dead bullseye. We danced all around it.
Pretty evening. Got us a little shade right here with the buggy. But we got a really pretty view right here. We can see long ways. Just that bottom down there is actually where Chipper killed last year, and we've had some other hunters down there too. Seen a lot of does come out of there. Only one small buck, but this is a good vantage point. The purpose of this is to really try to find a plan B. Like, we have a plan A. We think for now, the plan is to go sit in the alfalfa field. We got the hay bale redneck blind. We're gonna go sit in there. And it seems like water could be key for this first week. And ribcage is a deer. We've had 3 years of history with this deer. He's been off down in this river bottom. And he was here a couple times last year. He was also a long way from here last year. But if he stayed somewhat in this general area, Brian and I are at a really good vantage point tonight to see if this deer is possibly working his way up some of these trails to the alfalfa. So. Just spotted a nice buck. He's actually coming up here to us. Just got to a spot where he disappeared and I can't see him right now. But this deer should get close to us. We got a good wind. Try to get some phone scope footage of him. He's a nice deer. He's in a perfect spot to be shot.
Maybe could turn it into plan A quickly.
I dig it. Come back here tomorrow night. He does the same thing. It'd be tough not to put somebody here. Velvet 10, he got a lot closer to us, and I think he's a younger deer. It'd be nice to see him go another year. He could be a really nice deer next year. But then looking off a little bit further down in that bottom, it's actually a place close where Chipper shot his deer a couple years ago. There's two nicer bucks, that both of them mature. I don't recognize either one of those deer, but it may be worth trying to come in here tomorrow afternoon sometime and hang a stand for one of them, slip in here on the Baku bikes, and just go for it. You know, I think you have a lot of deer up here that are still not coming down in here off this alfalfa in the morning. So you may, I mean, it's a risk for sure, but it's probably a risk, you know, worth taking. It's not like the majority of the deer going to this alfalfa are all coming from this bottom, you know, so you're not going to disrupt a ton. We're going to get out of here. Both these bucks that we see, they're actually starting to kind of come our way. While they're still a good ways off, we're going to back out. You know, we kind of have a good idea of where they're going to be, but if we do come in here tomorrow and hang a stand, obviously we're going to have just the perfect wind to come in here and hang it, but let's go back and talk it over and evaluate what we need to do.
Realtree Road Trips is brought to you by Onyx Hunt, Scent Thief, Bushnell, First Products, Baku Bikes, and Hoist.
We are going to hang a stand. We just pulled the stand at another location and moving it over here. and I'm the hired along help because I don't even get to hunt over here, and it's probably where the big bucks are. So I'm gonna take notes, drop pins with Onyx, and that way I can shoot the gap on them. Trying to keep the dust down because it is dusty up here. They said it's been drier than it's been in 80 years, I think I heard at one time. So yeah, it's a little dusty. Both deer this evening came within bow range of this tree right here. We're trying to stay very quiet down in this bottom because the bedding area is right here behind us, and anybody that knows me knows I have a problem staying quiet, so I'm working on it.
I think this tree right here is going to be right in the middle of where these deer were last night. They may not do the same thing, but it should at least put us in the ball game. We're going to have a perfect win for opening day. This group of 4 trees right here, Brian and I got phone scope footage. One of the shooter bucks was just on the other side of it. I'm guessing maybe 35, 40 yards from this tree. There was another deer on the other side of this tree we're going to hang in, and he was maybe, 35, 40 as well. So right there, it looks like.
I saw some little bit of whip on that one. That was high again.
Yeah. Thinking we're ready. Feels better in the shade that it's going to feel this afternoon. Especially where Chipper's going in that redneck blind. Whew. It's going to be hot.
Be a sauna up in there.
Perfect. I think everybody's got a good game plan tonight. Brian and I had plan A, but after we went and scouted the first afternoon, plan A is now plan B.
Well, we got a good hour and a half probably of footage and pictures of the deer that we saw last night, and the farmer's seen them pretty regular. We just got to hope we pick the right stand to be in one of these next 4 or 5 days.
Let's go. Feels good to be back here in the tree. I think we're just going to be in a great spot right now. I'm so excited to see what we can actually see in here, because even from both the spots we've glassed from, it's really hard to get a good gauge on what all deer are coming through here. But we know there are at least 2 mature bucks using some of these trails going by us. The alfalfa is to behind us back to the north. That's where a lot of these deer are staging up here and going. We got the river, the Niobrara River is about 400, 500 yards out in front. There's a ton of brush, a lot of good cover for these deer to bed in. Fingers crossed we can get it done tonight. I hope the other guys have some luck too.
Well, it is our first afternoon here in Nebraska. We've been up here for a couple of days, scouting, trying to get some things ready, hanging stands, trying to figure out what we're gonna do. We think we got a good game plan. All 3 of us ought to be set up on a pretty good deer with a good opportunity this evening.
Here comes something. Doe. Who's here? Can't see real good up here. Right here to the left. our side. I've seen a lot of movement right there. We've had 4 or 5 does right downwind of us. I mean, you can see it coming right off my back right here. All these does were right here within 20, 30 yards. Never even acted like we were here. You know, for a split second, they kind of put their nose up, but they just casually just walked off. But they've been standing right there for about 30 minutes. We're about to see them.
Realtree Road Trips is brought to you by Federal, Hoyt, Primal Outdoors, Monster Mill, Redneck Blinds, and Team Realtree Sausage.
Yeah, there's a deer coming out down that road by that bush. Did you see him chase that owl?
Got a good eyes on it. I can see it. Can you see it? That hurts. That was a little disheartening. He did exactly what he did last night. It looked like he was coming straight to us and about to walk 20 yards from us, but the very last second went right on me. And then I had this tree blocking me when he was broadside, and he jumped the fence. Same place as the other one. He's about to jump it. He's a really big deer.
Realtree Road Trips is brought to you by Spartan, Arctic Shield, Backwoods Attraction, Chevy, Franke, Realtree, and Big Rack Spirits.
Son.
Smoked him. Dude, I was drawing back for a while on that deer. Dude, he was quartering two for a while, and I mean, honestly, it was either.
I don't know about you, but I'm shaking.
I'm shaking. My heart is in my throat right now.
Good shot, dude.
Dude, freaking hammered him. Hammered. Man, that is the deer. So y'all, if you saw the video from yesterday, that is the deer, the big deer that we saw with the deer that first came in here. And I was going to shoot either one of them, but that deer's a lot bigger. And he's in velvet. That is my first velvet whitetail. First velvet whitetail ever. Dude, I love this place, man. That deer came in, man, I was debating, like, if he did the same thing as the other one, what was I gonna do? But he honestly never acted like he was gonna waver and make another decision. I mean, followed this trail right here, what a lot of does have been doing all day long. And he was quartering to me hard, and I also had a limb blocking me. And it was either I had to let down or he had to turn at some point, and I was gonna have to shoot, because I couldn't hold it much longer.
Dude.
See him?
Saw both of them.
Where'd he go? Too far out on the other side of the fence?
Yep.
He was coming right at us.
And just turned, like,
And then all of a sudden turned and like
right by the tank, and then just jumped it.
So if you'd have been in the tree I wanted to hang, would you have killed him?
Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
I think we would have.
Yeah.
We
You
probably
usually are right.
Yeah. I don't want to admit it, but
If you'd been over there, you could cover it all.
we would have been a lot better off if we had just listened to you the very first time. I'm glad I didn't take your advice today.
Today?
Or yesterday on the stand placement.
Get a kill.
No, I got a deer if you want to go help me get him out.
You do?
It's the big one too. Bella, did you find him? You find him, Bella? Good girl, golly. Woo. Oh, dang, man. Awesome, holy cow. Yeah, he did, that's all right. I'm probably about to get some velvet off these horns. Oh, heck yeah. First velvet whitetail. Man, that was a great hunt. Pretty deer. This is the deer that we saw the very first night in here. Brian and I were probably 1,000 yards off this river bottom glassing. Saw this deer with what was the drop tine 9 last year, which is also a nice deer that came in first. And I mean, we were going to shoot that deer, no doubt about it, but this was definitely the bigger of the two. And our tracking dog went right to him. Thank you, Sean. That was good time.
Congrats.
Again.
I mean, smoked him.
All right, somebody
So-
lied to me.
Who did?
Man, you pinwheeled him.
Hashtag sever. Golly, hit the hole, man. That's the entrance.
Did y'all booger that up, or
You
He did when he
he did when
crashed.
he crashed?
Pretty cool. Yep, that's the one we saw on the first night.
Is that the one that came up real close?
Nope.
No.
Nope. This is the one we saw on the first night. And I think we saw him last night too. It was awesome.
Pinwheel.
It was awesome. Felt
Dropped
good.
the
He
hammer.
went 50 yards and fell over.
Fell over.
It's good stuff.
Man,